Alright, this video is going to be a little off the top, but bear with me. I'm going to have some very important points I want to make, and I just want to explain to you guys why your boredom is trying to tell you something. So listen up. Today, I was lucky enough to conquer my boredom by not smoking weed and instead doing this video. And it's so important to conquer that boredomness with doing something actually productive, actually good for yourself, instead of just reverting to what we all usually do. I'm gonna start driving. Hopefully this camera stays. Please stay. Now, I don't think boredom is all bad. Don't worry, I am gonna explain why later in the video, but there's a reason we feel so uneasy when we are bored. And it's not just because we're kind of programmed that way, because most of you guys are living in America and we have the mindset to just keep producing, to do. And so when that's ingrained in us, we feel so weird when we're not doing anything. We need to fill up that void of time with something, but most of us just revert to, smoking. Most of us revert to just going on our phones and doing something not productive, but you need to listen to your mind and your boredom and what it's trying to tell you. And when we decide to do that stupid thing that's not productive, that's not going to progress you in any areas of your life, you're basically turning off your brain from that boredom that it needs to produce something new, to get you more creative, to get you thinking about doing something that's more fulfilling for you. Like for me today, I finished all my daily tasks, so now I'm down here by the waterfront near my house. I had no intentions of doing this, but it's something good to do, I'm not just sitting in bed and instead just being on my phone doing something like monotonous like I always do. There's a little bit of spontaneity here, but check this out. And when you finally break out of that habit of doing the thing that you're not supposed to do when you get bored, you form a new habit, something more healthy, something like this, where you're going out in nature. And this is the best time to do it because right now people are realizing that their whole life is their full-time job, and after it, they just don't do and they've been so bored.
You guys see this moving water here?
That is your mind right now. You are constantly doing something, constantly needing to go somewhere when you don't even realize that boredom could actually be the key to unlocking something super beneficial in your life. And I just tried to make some water flowing metaphor and it kind of worked. Just think about when you were a kid and there was something new to do every day. And a lot of this was because, you didn't have responsibilities, you had a lot more time to think about and do these types of things. But part of it was also because it was ingrained in your mind that you should constantly be doing stuff, and that since everyone else is just looking at their phones after work and just watching Netflix, then it's okay for you to as well. But I'm here to tell you, when you take the time to just genuinely think about things, letting your mind rest, which is so hard for most of us to do these days, you'll discover a lot more things about yourself, and you'll discover hobbies that you never thought you would take on, but now they're coming to fruition. If you've ever had this thought like, oh, I should pick up an old something again, or I used to do blank all the time, I should be doing that again, and then you never ever do it again, it's because you don't let yourself get bored enough. It doesn't even have to be meaningful. It can just be a hobby that develops your skills in thinking and socializing with people, as long as it's not just like sitting on your phone. As long as it's not just you sitting on your phone or watching Netflix, you're gonna get some type of benefit out of it. Unless it's like smoking crack. I feel like that provides no benefits at all. And I got bored of the scenery at the place I'm at right now, so I'm going to a different place and we're filming some more cool shots. I've had some time to think about what I've said so far, and most of it is pretty helpful, but let me give you some applicable steps you can apply now. And the first step is that you need to think and you need to listen to what your boredom is trying to tell you. That means putting aside time to do literally nothing, because all great ideas, all creative ideas come out of boredom. They come out of nothing. That's why you have your best ideas when you're in the shower or when maybe you're like chopping vegetables like I do. These all come out of boredom. How do you think that shit was made right there? Do you think it was made during a time when a person was working, or do you think the idea was made when they were doing absolutely nothing? See, this is what you can create when you actually let yourself be bored. Actually, I don't know if all you guys can create a statue that is in front of a museum. I don't think everyone's that artistically talented. So when you finally have that free time to do nothing, really fight off that instinctual urge to pull out your phone or to just watch Netflix and just simply observe your thoughts. This also allows you to become a lot more self-aware. Now you need to think to yourself, what is something meaningful, what is something challenging that I can do that will leave me much more fulfilled with my day than just reverting to technology. This could be anything from learning how to code, it could be finally getting back into art. I used to really love drawing as a kid. You could maybe want to learn a new instrument, a new language, some type of healthy habit that's going to better yourself. I can't even explain to you right now how much better I feel doing this, being out here in nature, doing the craft that I love, than I would have been sitting in my house smoking weed, probably doing nothing tonight. What might make this whole process easier for you is by actually writing down your thoughts and writing down what you want to do. Because a lot of the time we forget what we thought, we forget our creative ideas. That's why you should always be writing down really important thoughts that you're having or really insightful things that you think. And then step 2 is to actually follow through and do it.
Oftentimes we will have the thought of actually doing something cool with our boredom, but not take the initiative. Or maybe you'll just forget. What I like to do is set some sort of cue to tell me, hey buddy, it's time to, actually do the thing you said you would. What this does is it not only reminds you, but it also makes it much easier to form as a habit, which makes it much easier to do. This is further explained in the book The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Basically what he says is that forming a habit takes a cue, a routine, and a reward. The routine would be you actually doing the thing, the cue could be something like an alarm at a certain time in the day, and the reward could be getting to watch an episode of a Netflix show, because yeah, that would be an appropriate and good time to allow it.
I'm here in my backyard. I just want to show you guys something real quick. So in my garage right here is my old drum set. Now, I dream of playing these one day again. I played for years when I was younger, and I just stopped because, obviously I got older, my hobbies changed, my interests changed, but now that I look at them, I have all this free time, and I've thought about it, I want to get back into this so bad, and I've just been stopping myself because I keep doing stupid shit in my free time. Like, I'm so guilty of all the stuff that I say in my videos. That's why I make these videos in the first place, usually, to help myself too. So maybe you have something like this in your house that you've kept in your attic or your garage locked away for way too long. It's time to bring that shit out and start doing something cool again.
This unexpected addition to our free time is a test. Who is really trying to make the most of their life by constantly learning new skills, and who's fine with staying complacent?